Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Limbird and I will either be your geometry, AP Calculus, or AP Physics single block or double block teacher. I've been teaching at Bradley since it opened, and I think this is my 19th overall year of teaching. I'm super excited. I know this year will be challenging, but we're going to get through it. Whether we're in e-learning or hybrid or traditional, I'm always here as a resource, whether it's a resource through Zoom, whether it's in a classroom, whether it's through Canvas, whether it's through email. I'm here to help. Like I said, some of you all have geometry, I believe, first period. Some of you all be teaching calculus, BC third, and some of you all have physics in the afternoon, I think 5 and 7 and 8. And I certainly look forward to meeting all of you. I know at the first relationships will be a little hard over Zoom, but with time, we'll get to know each other. The flow of the course, the whole course will be published for you, and you can kind of look through it. Everything you need from the course perspective will be on the modules, and so we're talking about review sheets, iBooks, videos, review videos, physics simulations, calculus articles. Everything will be in the modules, and pretty much if you just go to module 1, you'll know where we're going to start. We'll go through module 1 and we'll just go through the whole thing. It just kind of goes down the module. Most days there's a video, there's a worksheet, and then there's the solution guide to the worksheet. All the solutions are typically always published, unless I really want you to explore something, or maybe they're not published to a lab or something like that in physics. A bit about me. My wife is also a teacher. She teaches second grade at Beacon Elementary, and I have 3 children. My oldest, Drew, is a 6th grader, and he's super pumped to go to Station this year, and my younger 2 are twins who are in 5th grade, and they go to Hoffman Trails. So we're all about education in our family. I love sports. I coach tennis here. I'm the JV girls and boys tennis coach here, and then I coach a variety of sports with my kids. I love athletics. I love exercising, snow skiing, a variety of things. But we'll get to know each other throughout the year. If you need anything, you can always Canvas message me. You can email me. But hopefully I'm always available. Clearly we'll see each other daily or in hybrid, maybe every other day on a Zoom session or in the real world. So hopefully this gives you a little introduction to who I am. And like I said, I'll get to know you as soon as possible. I look forward to seeing you. If you watch this video before, bright and early at 10 o'clock. If I have you in geometry, at 10 o'clock we'll start learning, and obviously from 10 to 2, every day I'll be able to get in contact. Like I said, if you need something from me before the school year starts or during the school year, feel free to reach out through Canvas messaging, or you can email me. All teacher emails are the same. It's just mine happens to be Michael_Limbird@hboe.org. Thank you for your time, and again, I really look forward to working with you this year. Through how to kind of navigate through a Canvas website, as well as kind of talk to you a little bit about the course work. This is my geometry course, but really I teach geometry just like I teach AP Physics and AP Calculus, so working these web pages is really the same. So here is Mr. Limbird's info. If you click on it, it's going to take you to a page that will show you, how to pronounce my name, a little intro video about myself and my family. There's my email if you need it. Remember, all school teachers' emails are the same. It's their first name _ last name at hboe.org, right? HilliardBoardOfEducation.org. And then my pronoun that I go by. Let's go back to home. And there's the geometry Zoom link that you're going to use every day for first period geometry. Obviously, if you were in a different one of my classes like physics or calculus, you're going to have a different link there that will take you to your specific Zoom link for your period when we're in e-learning. And then go ahead, if we click start here, that's going to take you to the modules. So in this first module, it's just kind of like welcome to geometry or physics. There's the Zoom link as a repeat. And in this case, there is at the bottom here, there's kind of handbooks. And these aren't like Hilliard published handbooks. These are handbooks that I found online that are just really good kind of reviews of geometry, like picture-wise for the whole year, and then an Algebra 1 review if you need anything. And then here's the class syllabus and class information. It's very similar. It talks about Zoom expectations, and probably the biggest thing is that you need to be on time, right? Zoom starts at 10 o'clock. If for geometry, it's 10 to 10:25. If you start rolling in at 10:06, all of a sudden you've missed 6 minutes of class, and you're going to disrupt other people when I have to let you in the waiting room. So it's really important that everyone is actually there at 10 o'clock, and we will start talking and discussing and solving problems at 10 o'clock. So you need to be there at 10. And then you can read through these other things. Here's some daily expectations. Obviously, you need to be active participant, on Zoom. You have to stay for all 25 minutes of Zoom. You have to be, you have to watch the appropriate videos. You have to complete assignments. You have to check answers. You have to submit assignments. And then here are talking about the daily assignments of what you actually do. And again, you're pretty much going to have an assignment that you have to turn in every single day. They are due at midnight. This is how you can contact me. The easiest way is to send me a Canvas message through the Canvas course. Or you can just send me an email, in the same way for your parents. Parents are probably going to use email more. And then this is grades. Homework will be assigned daily and graded. However, that grade doesn't actually count on your test grade. That grade is more of a feedback grade to kind of show you strengths and weaknesses, and to give you a benchmark of where you are in the unit. But the tests are the only things that are actually scored for your class grade, and there will be somewhere between 3 and 5 every quarter. So that's kind of how the class flows. Let's click back on modules. And in geometry, there's an assignment in this first unit. I think most of the assignments actually start in Unit 1. But if you click on the Day 1 assignment, this is what is due Monday night. It's going to say, hey, man, you have to read over the syllabus and class information. Even if I went over it in the Zoom, I want you to reread it. I want you to watch the solving equations video, which will be uploaded. Go ahead and download the solving equations worksheet, which will follow it. Go ahead and check your answers with the key. And I'm just going to remind you that corrections you make need to be in a different color than your original work. And I don't want you to erase your original work. I want to see everything that you're thinking. So if you tried a problem and got it wrong, you can cross it out if you want, maybe with maybe one line, and then correct it. And again, when you're done checking all your answers and making your corrections, and if you have questions that are still left unanswered, you can write that down, and then I can see it, and then go ahead and submit your PDF. Assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. the day they're assigned. So this assignment is due, on Monday. So let's go back to modules. And if you look at it, Day 1 assignment involves, there's going to be a video here, it's just not uploaded yet, and it's going to have the worksheet and then the key. And so, yeah, that's really that's kind of like a Algebra 1 review type assignment. And so then when we really get into the nuts and bolts of geometry, we're like, all right, here's Unit 1 of geometry. It's called Essentials of Geometry. There's the iBook, and then here are the assignments. And this is kind of how it always flows. If you look at, just the first 2 assignments, here's Day 2 assignment. I guarantee it says something like, hey, go ahead and watch the video on points, lines, and planes, then complete the worksheet called points, lines, and planes, and then check your answers with the key, and then submit. Day 3 is going to say something like, hey, watch this video, play around with a 3D graphing simulator, read this article, download then complete this worksheet, and then check your answers with the key, and then submit. So every one of these days, the assignment and all the information you need is directly below the assignment. And again, you can kind of see that there's Day 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They all look very similar, right, with a video and some worksheets. Now, once we get down here to reviewing, maybe there's not a video to watch. There's just, here's a practice worksheet, and here are the answers. Go ahead and download and complete this. Check your answers and submit. There's a study guide for the test, which is kind of like just the test review. And it says down here, man, hey, Day 14 is the test. And if you want to see the Unit 1 summary, you can click on that. And it's just going to remind you of everything that's actually important, the learning targets and everything on that first test. Does that make sense? And so every unit is just like that. There's videos, there's worksheets, there's websites that you can look at, there's answer keys every day, and then of course down here it says, the date. So this is not only, it's just Day 2, but it's also August 25th, which is Day 2, and that's what you got to do. And whether you're in my geometry class or my calculus class, all of these are going to look really similar. It kind of depends on the day. Sometimes there's 2 videos to watch. Sometimes there's no video to watch. Sometimes the video is a repeat of the Zoom lecture we already had in class that I want you to rewatch it. But this is kind of how the class flows. And again, you can kind of see all 5 of these are the modules and units for the first semester in geometry. If you're in a different course, and again, if you were in my AP BC Calculus course, so we're talking about seniors taking Calc 2, their course is going to look very similar. You know, you look at that, and it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be some introduction where it's got the Zoom link and the class information and a course summary and maybe a topic list, and there's the calculus book. But again, if you look at their first unit, it's going to say, hey man, we're going to spend 12 days on this. And you look on it, it's going to say, hey, there's day 1 assignment. There's a video, a worksheet. In this case, there's 2 videos, 2 worksheets, and 2 keys. So it doesn't really matter what course you're in. Hopefully a lot of teachers are doing something like that. And again, everyone's home is going to look very similar to this, where they have a Zoom link, they have the teacher information, and then they have a start here, which I think most of the time is just going to take you right to your modules. Again, I hope this helps you get started navigating Canvas and answers questions about the flow kind of a course. And again, for me, I'm going to teach my AP Physics, Calculus, and Geometry courses very similar in terms of how the class navigates and uses Canvas and turns in assignments and grades things. So this, video should be helpful for everyone involved. If you have questions or concerns, hopefully at this point, obviously you're in my Canvas course, so you can send me a Canvas message or an email. Other than that, I would love to see you bright and early Monday. So for geometry, I'll see you right at 10. For calculus, what do I get? I guess I see you right at 11, and then physics, I see you later in the day. But I'm super pumped for the year. I know it'll be a different than a normal start, but I'm really excited to get started.